The room fell silent as I stared at the shrimp on my plate. Was this a mistake, or had Lila finally gone too far? For 8 years, my marriage to Ethan had been a source of joy, except for one glaring issue: his sister, Lila. From the moment we met, Lila made it her mission to make me feel like an outsider, whether it was constantly comparing me to Ethan's ex-girlfriends or orchestrating petty dramas. Her toxic behavior cast a shadow over every family event. But when we announced my pregnancy, I hoped things might change. After all, a new baby meant a fresh start, didn't it? It seemed like Lila had turned over a new leaf. At Ethan's surprise birthday party, an event she wasn't even supposed to know about, she showed up uninvited with a big smile and a heartfelt apology. She claimed she'd been working on herself in therapy and wanted to mend our relationship for the sake of her future niece or nephew. I wanted to believe her. I really did. As the evening went on, Lila played the perfect sister-in-law, complimenting me, laughing at jokes, and even offering to help serve dinner. That's when it happened. She handed me a plate, her smile warm but her eyes sharp. "I made this just for you," she said sweetly. The plate looked harmless: pasta, vegetables, and shrimp. But my chest tightened. Lila knew I was dangerously allergic to shrimp. I glanced up to see her watching me, almost too intently, and my stomach churned with unease. "Thanks, Lila," I said, my voice steady despite my racing thoughts. I passed the plate to her husband, Mark, who just returned to the table. "Wow, this looks amazing," Mark said, digging in before anyone could protest. The look on Lila's face was priceless: panic, anger, and dread all wrapped into one fleeting expression. But she quickly composed herself, retreating into her usual mask of indifference. An hour later, the party descended into chaos. Mark collapsed, gasping for air. Paramedics arrived in a flurry, rushing him to the hospital as guests whispered and speculated. The truth came out in the ER. Mark hadn't just eaten shrimp, he'd ingested poison. The doctors informed us that the contamination wasn't accidental. Lila's carefully constructed facade began to crumble when Ethan demanded answers. Security footage from the party revealed everything. Lila had meticulously prepared the plate meant for me, spiking it with something far more sinister than shellfish. Her intentions were clear. She wanted me out of the picture. When confronted, she broke down, claiming she just couldn't stand seeing me replace her in Ethan's life. It was twisted logic, born from jealousy and years of unresolved resentment. The police arrested her on the spot. Mark, horrified by her actions, filed for divorce and cooperated fully with the investigation. In the months that followed, Ethan and I focused on building a life free from Lila's toxicity. We welcomed our baby boy, Oliver, into a home filled with love and laughter. And Lila? She was left to face the consequences of her actions, serving time in prison and losing the family she had tried so desperately to control. In the end, her plan to humiliate me didn't just backfire, it destroyed her own life.